Hello, I want to tell you about WebGL. So let's go. What is WebGL? WebGL is a browser API for creating 3D graphics on the web. And WebGL is based on OpenGL ES, which means for embedded systems. There are systems like smartphones or tablets, which functionality is restricted and not as powerful as desktop or laptop. And some words about OpenGL. OpenGL is an API for rendering computer graphics, and it was released in 1992 by Silicon Graphics. Let's talk about WebGL in more detail. WebGL is cross-platform technology, which means that user has access to WebGL application from any kind of device and platform. And for example, a user can open a WebGL application using a Windows desktop and an iOS smartphone. And this application will work correctly in both devices. And the reason is that WebGL runs on the browser, in the browser, and there is no difference which platform or size of device is used. The main thing is to have modern browser to support WebGL. WebGL became available due to a new HTML5 tag canvas. This tag acts like a bridge between the user and our WebGL application. WebGL is extremely fast, and the reason is that it uses shaders and runs on a GPU level. Everybody knows that GPU is much faster than CPU when it comes when we talk about similar multiple parallel calculations. And now I want to explain how does WebGL actually work. And first of all, we should talk about shaders. The shader is a program in GLSL, OpenGL shading language, which performs on GPU level. To be simple, developer write some code in GLSL, which is very similar to C language, and then these programs are executed by video card. That's why WebGL applications are so fast. And in WebGL there are just two types of shaders. First one is vertex shader and the second one is fragment shader. Vertex shader. According to the name, it is used to create a skeleton or a frame of 3D object, and it works in general with vertices. The second one, fragment shader, and it is used to make a material of our object to make it more pretty for human eyes. And it works with the color of pixels. And now we should talk about the pipeline of WebGL. And WebGL application is like a conveyor which performs some calculations one after another to achieve the final goal. Pipeline of every WebGL application is following. First of all, we get raw data about vertices and colors. And to keep it simple, it is just numbers. Then we pass the data through the vertex shader, and vertex shader performs some calculations to make more sensitive information about future objects. And then vertex shader pass the information into fragment shader, which paints every pixel on the future screen. And finally, pixels fill the frame buffer, and user can see rendered picture on the screen. And I want to say that this pipeline is executed for each frame on the scene. And that's why WebGL uses GPU, and that's why it must be as fast as it possible. And what you can do with WebGL. So WebGL is used literally everywhere where there is a need in 3D object. And you can notice that nowadays more and more web pages use 3D objects of different kind. For example, online shops or planning systems. And that's really cool because user can interact directly with these objects. He or she can grab 3D model and rotate it and feel satisfaction after this interaction. So WebGL is very popular nowadays. And I divided all the sphere of using WebGL into separate sections. First of all, it is online maps. Then goes medicine visuals. It is WebGL application where you can just explore the whole human's body sitting at home. Then goes shops. Then CAD systems and planning systems. You can open web page and plan your whole future house in just 10 minutes. Then goes magazines and newspapers, and of course game development. And to sum it up, I want to say that WebGL brought powerful computer graphics to the web, and it is great that nowadays developers are able to create really stunning things which change the world. So that's all. Thanks for attention.